check this out, man. This is a Facebook public announcement. Listen, man, it's only going to take a few minutes, if that. Look, if I were you right now, I would delete that Facebook app that you got on your Android, iPhone, whatever the fuck you use. You know what I'm saying? If you got the Facebook app, delete that shit ASAP. Starting 2015 January, they're going to send out a new update with settings that's going to access your whole fucking phone. I'm talking about they're going to swipe your whole fucking phone out. Your pictures, your contacts, your videos, whatever the fuck you got on your phone, they tapping in your shit, man. That Facebook app messenger, they already doing. This shit is getting serious, bruh. Now, some real shit. Check this out, man. If y'all don't believe me, if you don't think they tapping in, you just think I'm paranoid and shit, check this out. Go to your Facebook account settings. Once you go to your Facebook account settings, go to security. And after you go to security, you're going to go to active sessions. Once you go to active sessions, you're going to see all the logins that's from out of town, out of state, different cities, whatever. Once you see proof of that, it's going to show you the dates and the times. Then you're going to believe me that they tapping in your shit without your permission. I just deleted my app. I'm done with that shit. I might just delete Facebook permanently, but I'm a music artist. I need that shit to network. You feel me? So from here on out, I'm doing the desktop and going off Google Chrome off my cell phone. No more app. You feel me? I'm done with that shit, bruh. Real shit. You don't believe me? Watch when the update comes. You're going to be like, damn, bruh was right. He wasn't lying. When you go to your account settings and go to security, then go to active sessions, and you see them tapping in from out of states, places you never been, you're going to be like, yeah, bro, it's real. Pass on the message, man. Share this video. I ain't doing this shit for likes and comments and views and all that shit. I'm just spreading the game, man. Fuck Facebook and all you motherfuckers tapping in, man. The government, CIA, the feds, all you motherfuckers. You think you slick. These front cameras that we got, back cameras, that's how they seeing us. They seeing our locations. They viewing everything. Right now, they can hear us. I'm serious. This shit ain't cool. Probably going to have to go back to throwaways and trap phones, man, because these smartphones, man, they just all up in your business, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the business, man. I'm signing out. Salute. One.
I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com. Today I got an email from a listener, and from time to time we get tips sent in, and from time to time we actually do stories on them because they're legit, they're really good. And the one that I got today is called, it's about the new forced Facebook policy that will be enforced on January 1st, and it's a really interesting policy. It's a little bit different from what we've seen in the past. You know, ever since the 9/11 attacks, the Patriot Act was put into place, and we've essentially just lost all of our privacy, you know, any kind of privacy we have on our phones. You know, I've done reports where I've shown you on my personal Android, Samsung right here, that it says that the NSA is spying and collecting data. The iPhone as well, they have that in their terms and services as well. And now the issue is, are they going to start saying that the CIA, the FBI, these guys are going to be considered third parties? Because what it does now is it says that third parties will have access to your information. Now what it says is, it says we'll collect information from or about the computers, phones, or other devices where you install or access our services. So say you have Facebook and you download the app on your phone. Now you've given them access to your phone, your contacts, your locations, where you're at, because you have that location button on. It'll let them know your exact location where you're at. Any kind of pictures, whatever you think that you might have that's near and dear and private to you, once you click yes, accept to that Facebook terms and services and conditions, you're now giving them the ability to go through your phone. And on your computer, once you open that device up, or once you open that website up, I should say, and go to Facebook.com, on January 1st is going to say, click yes or no, do you accept these new terms and services? I challenge you to read those and find out what they say, because it says, such as the operating system, hardware version, device settings, file and software names, types, battery, signal strength, and device identifiers. So it's going to, when you get on your computer, it's going to say what kind of operating system you're on, what hardware you have, the device settings, file, software names you had, your battery, your signal strength on your phone, device locations, including specific geographic locations through your GPS, your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, connection information such as the name of your mobile operator, or the ISP, the browser type, the language and time zone, mobile phone number and IP address. This is what Facebook is doing now. This is no longer a place for friends. This is a place for the NSA, the government, to spy on every single thing you do. I mean, this is what I want to challenge everyone, is Facebook talking to your friends on here, is it really worth giving up all your privacy?
This is Gradowski of WeAreChange.org, and just when you thought the government spying couldn't get more outrageous, more obvious, it does. I'm actually joined by a good friend of mine, one of the smartest people when it comes to computers, Alex Hyde of hackmiami.org and federaljack.com. Now, Alex, can you tell us what you found out?
Yeah, basically when I was making use of my one of my prepaid boost phones on Android, when I went to the system settings, I went to About, System Settings.
And this is only on pretty much Droids you can find this out. So if you have a Droid, you should follow along.
Yeah, definitely. And go to About Phone and check the status. And then scroll down to where it shows the IP address. And check the IP address of where your phone's connecting to. Now this is the IP address of where your phone, the first hop that your phone is connecting to.
Yeah, and for the people who are computer illiterate and don't know what an IP address is, what is it?
It's a unique string of numbers that defines where your device is talking to and communicating on the internet. It's like an address, but for your device.
So where is your phone talking to?
Well, when we run a whois query, which is basically a query that tells us who this is, we type whois 25.90.253.134. And we see that it is speaking to, for some reason, the DENSA Ministry of Defense out of the United Kingdom.
Well,
so for some reason, my phone, which is located in the United States and is on a prepaid carrier, Boost Mobile, is routing through the UK Ministry of Defense.
Wow.
And I've also observed phones on the T-Mobile network, which was routing through the DoD, and I smashed it the moment I noticed it was doing that, and then I went out and bought another one thinking it was defective, and then I smashed that one. And now I have this one that I just do research on, and I found out that this one's connecting to the UK.
Well, so different phones based on their carriers, based on their whatever status they are, they either connect to the UK or US Department of Defense?
It seems that way, and the official explanation is that the carriers are making use of unused, unallocated IP address ranges that the government is not using, so they're just letting the carriers use.
So the government's explanation is that we're just being really friendly to our phone companies and giving them our free services and our free servers.
Yes, they're just collaborating.
That they have full access to.
Yes.
Like, hey, you know, we're the government. We're just going to give you something for free, for no return at all. Yeah, just believe us, please.
So they might, so even though they might not actively be dumping on the traffic or logging everything, they have access to it.
Yeah.
And it was just recently ruled that the courts ruled that prepaid phones can be tracked without warrants because there's no expectation of privacy.
Wow. So are these only with prepaid burner phones, or are these also, like, does this also happen with contracted phones like?
I would encourage anyone to check and then post in the comments what their results are. These are prepaid phones. I've observed it on contract phones as well, but I'd be interested to see all the different types of intelligence agency IP addresses that everyone's commercial phones are talking to.
Yeah. So the government very conveniently says, we have all this open space and servers. Here you go. Route all your information through there. We're just going to okay that we could look at it without a warrant. But don't worry. Trust us. Believe us. We won't take your information.
Yeah, I'm sure they have no malicious intent.
We won't spy on you. So what's the conclusion? What's the overall thought about everything?
Well, as a community, the IT community needs to start looking at open source routing alternatives that will start taking us off and weaning us off of this ancient infrastructure.
Like mesh networks and bringing other people together for freer communication. So if you want privacy, it's not there yet, but if we all come together, if we all build this network, we could have a free private communication systems and not be spied on by the government. But it all depends on us coming together.
Yeah. All right, time now is 8:17. Did you hear about this? Is Facebook playing another big brother? Some users are saying the social media site is really crossing the line with their new Messenger app.
Right. So joining us now is tech expert Anthony Mongaluzzo. Anthony, thanks for joining us. So many people are talking about this Messenger app. It used to be optional, but now it's going to be mandatory, I guess, if you download. You have to download it. So how does it all work, and why are people all worried about this?
So basically, this new app is getting terrible reviews. It has a 1 out of 5 stars on the iPhone App Store and similar ratings with Android. What the Messenger app basically does is you have to give away all of your privacy. You allow Facebook to look at your call list, your contacts, your text messages. It can even use your recording device and your camera device on your phone without even telling you.
Okay, that's the thing that scared me the most. Take me through that. I'm holding my phone right now.
Yep.
And if I have this Messenger app, they can see what I see, or even worse, spy on me with what I'm doing?
Hey, most of your phones nowadays have two cameras, the front camera and the back camera. So legally, you are giving them access to those cameras when you install this application.
So some creepy guy in the San Francisco Bay Area at some place in Facebook can be looking live at what I'm looking at?
I was going to say, don't even worry about San Francisco. Facebook is global. Around the world, they can look at you.
And Anthony, the big concern is that people are going to download it because they want it on their phone so they can message friends on their phone, and they're not even going to really realize that they're giving up their privacy for this.
Most people just click yes when it comes in. And the thing that's crazy to me is you already have text messaging. You can send pictures. Why do we need a Facebook messaging app when there's so many other ways to communicate?
Well, we know what they're doing. These big social media sites, including Yahoo and Google, they want customer information because that's how they monetize things, by selling your personal information to advertisers to target you as a buyer.
Exactly. They're going to, and again, they're going to know who you call, what text messages you say, what products you're talking about. For instance, I text you and say, hey, I want the new Nike Fitband. Well, then guess what? Facebook is going to start popping up some Nike Fitbands on my phone.
Anthony, is this just only on your phone, though? It's not on your computer. Is that right?
Well, the terms of service of Facebook are similar. So technically, if you have a recording device on your computer or any other devices that you're giving them access to, then absolutely. So the terms of service really govern our relationship with Facebook.
So it sounds like we don't want this Messenger app at all. Chris and I were just talking about it. Sue Serio said
Facebook at all.
She downloaded it and then she realized and then got rid of it. Is she okay if now that she took it off?
Good point.
Yeah, once you take it off, you're fine. And the interesting thing is, this is going to drive people to other messaging applications such as WhatsApp app. And oh my goodness, guess who owns that?
Facebook just bought them.
Exactly.
Well, it was like for $2 billion or something ridiculous.
It was a little bit more than I have in my pocket. Yeah, it was up there.
So do you think this is going to drive people off of Facebook altogether?
It could. I mean, a lot of people are removing it once they're doing it. And at the end of the day, we are the consumers, so we need to vote. If we download and run the app, we're voting for Facebook. If we don't, Facebook is going to have to make changes or they're going to make less money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think this just goes too far. Anthony Mangaluzzo, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's really making me question whether or not I should even keep Facebook. I think I might even go in and delete it today. I mean, we shouldn't have to go through something like this just because, you know, Facebook at the beginning, yeah, I like to use it to talk to a lot of my old military buddies, keep in touch with people I don't get to see on a day-to-day basis, see how their kids are doing. But at the end of the day, really, is it worth having all my information that I have on here going out to the NSA, to government agencies, you know, all these different alphabet agencies? Because we know the CIA works with Facebook, Google, all these guys. We're giving away precious information. It's personal to us. You know, something that you might share with someone that you haven't seen in a long time, or a private message that you send to somebody that you think it's just for you. Now that you've used Facebook on your phone, you've given that up to the government to use and to do whatever they want to with. You know, we know that they are arresting people based off habits and things like that. What if you look at something and the next thing you know, you get red flagged and you're on the no-fly list? So really think about it, and it's something I challenge everyone. Is Facebook really important enough for you? Do you feel comfortable giving all that information to people you don't know? These different intelligence agencies back in Washington and Virginia, wherever they're at. Do you feel comfortable doing that? So I challenge you guys here, all the InfoWars people who watch this right now, share this and get this out there, because it says we collect information when you visit or use third-party websites, information about websites and apps you visit. Every time you go and you look at a website now, once you've accepted Facebook, that information, whatever deep, dark secrets you think you might have or things that you look at on the internet, it's out there. So think about that, and I challenge you guys, like I said, to take a look and maybe just, you know, scrap it. I just don't know if it's not even that important. So continue watching our reports. I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.